What's going on, everybody? Pogiforce here. You're watching Pogiforce Plays, and welcome to Dead by Daylight, the playtest. So this is actually my first time booting up the playtest all week, and that's because my number one fan, Sans, has asked me to give you my live first impressions of the new PTB content. So we'll be taking a look at the new killer, the new survivor, and hopefully the new map. I was actually going to do this live on stream on Thursday, but apparently there's been issues with IP leaks with this PTB, and it had me very concerned for my safety. So I haven't looked at this at all yet. This will be the very first time, and we're going to start by looking at the killer. Alright, so where is this lady? There she is, the artist. Her arms look really weird. But she otherwise actually looks rather pretty. I don't know what it is lately with DBD giving us... She's got a really long neck, though. She's got a really long neck, but she's otherwise rather pretty. I'm trying to understand what it is with this game starting to giving us really pretty killers. Because we just had the Trickster not too long ago. Let's take a look at her background. Carmina Mora was a gifted artist who carried the guilt of her young brother's death. Growing up in a rugged coastal village in southern Chile, she sketched the sublime landscapes of Patagonia. Sitting outside, she painted dramatic fjords while feeding the crows nested in the tree next to the house. She grew up carrying the guilt of her mother's sudden departure. Her father blamed Carmina for her mother's abandonment, which added to her grief. She became the caretaker of Matthias, her little brother, despite still being a child herself. Our story feels like it's a little out of order. A year later, Carmina was painting with Matthias outside when the telephone rang. Her father remained in the yard drinking his beer. Carmina rushed to the house to answer the phone and hung up a few seconds later. When she returned outside, Matthias was nowhere to be seen. She asked her father, but he had paid no attention to Matthias. She called her brother's name, looking for him everywhere. While searching, she saw a bright red coat floating on the narrow creek by the house, Matthias's jacket. He had fallen and drowned. Her scream toward the sky. Her father found Carmina sobbing on the creek shore, clutching her brother's body in her arms, surrounded by a murder of crows. Father snatched Matthias' body away from her. She cried until her voice broke. Following morning, the world was cloaked in darkness. Father did not say a word because he did not have to. Carmina knew it was all her fault. Months passed, yet her loss was as fresh as morning dew. Crippled with self-loathing, she could no longer paint. Without Matthias, life had no meaning. On the bleak morning of Matthias' birthday, Carmina walked to a narrow bridge several blocks away from home. She was convinced that nothing could bring her relief. Her mother was gone, her brother was dead, and her father blamed her for it all. She was convinced she had nothing left to live for. Something to do with crows. This is a very long story. A very long story. But let's take a look at her perks. Grim Embrace. Your act of servitude to the entity has not gone unnoticed. Each time a survivor is hooked for the first time, you gain a token. Upon reaching 4 tokens, Grim Embrace activates. The entity blocks all generators for 20 seconds, and the obsession's aura is revealed to you for 4 seconds. Scourge Hook. Pain Resonance. We've got another Scourge Hook perk. That's cool. Overwhelming pain reverberates outwards into chaos. At the start of the trial, up to 4 random hooks are changed into Scourge Hooks. You see their auras in white. Anytime a survivor is hooked on a Scourge Hook, the generator with the most progress explodes, instantly losing 9% progress and will start to regress. Survivors repairing the generator will scream, revealing their location. That's actually pretty good. Hex Pentimento. I heard this one. What is this? You reveal the true power of totems hidden within their remains. You see the aura of destroyed totems. You can perform a ritual on the destroyed totem to resurrect it as a rekindled totem. The more rekindled totems that exist, the greater their effects. 1 rekindled totem, decrease survivor healing speed by 20%. 2 rekindled totems, decrease survivor repair speed by 20%. 3 rekindled totems, decrease survivor recovery speed while being down by 20%. 4 rekindled totems, decrease survivor exit gate opening speed by 20%. 5 rekindled totems, all totems are blocked by the entity. When a rekindled totem is removed, its remains are consumed by the entity. Well, that's going to make my totem hunting builds a lot more important, huh? That also means, though, that we could get more then, oh my god, totem hunting builds are going to be extremely important if this perk gets popular, and I can see that it would be. It's a hex perk, though. So wouldn't that mean that you have to, that if the hex itself is, cleansed, then it's gone? Let's try one game as her. I need to try to invest in her blood web so I can unlock more of her perks. And I need to look at how her power works, too. Let's take a look at her power. Birds of Torment. From a wellspring of eternal agony comes a swarm of darkness, a wild and ferocious murder of ink-black crows. Press and hold the power button to charge Birds of Torment. Once fully charged, tap the attack button to summon a dire crow. You can repeat the action quickly by continuously holding down the power button and tapping the attack button again. When at least one dire crow is summoned, it stays idle for a limited time. Spawning a new dire crow will extend the time the previous spawned dire crow stays idle. Tap the ability button to propel the dire crows into flight. Dire crows can inflict damage for a short distance when flying. This is indicated to the kill by the dire crow's flight path. Once the dire crow continues past the flight path, it will no longer inflict damage, but can now pass through any obstacles and reveal nearby survivors using Killer Instinct. In this phase, dire crows will create a swarm around survivors they hit, allowing killer to see the swarms are on the survivor. The survivor can repel the swarm by completing the repel action or entering a locker. During this time, the swarm's aura is not shown to the killer. The survivor being swarmed will receive damage if hit by a second dire crow. Interesting. This sounds a little complicated. Let's see what the survivor has going on. I heard there's a new boon totem associated with him. David got a new face. That's good. Jonah Vasquez. Overcome corrective action in boon exponential flow. Exponential. When it seems like your number is up, you consider ways to recalculate the odds. He's a mathematician, huh? Press and hold the ability button near a dull or hex totem to bless it and create a boon totem. Soft chimes ring out in a 24-meter range. All survivors within the boon totem's range recover 90% faster and can completely recover from the dying state. You can only bless one totem at a time. All equipped boon perks are active on your boon totem. Wow, that's good, actually. That's good. That's like, that's super unbreakable. This plus unbreakable with tenacity and flip-flop. Oh, that's the new recovering from dying build. Dude, I want to try that. That sounds fun. Corrective action. You quickly analyze problems and correct others' work when they make a mistake. You start the trial with 1 token and gain a token up to a maximum of 5 for every great skill check. When a survivor fails a skill check while cooperating with you, 1 token is consumed and their failed skill check becomes a good skill check. I like that. It's kind of a way to make up for bad survivors. Or just good survivors who mess up. Overcome. You've calculated how much energy you can risk to expend. When you are injured, you retain the movement speed bonus for 2 seconds longer. It's a new exhaustion perk. But basically the speed boost you get from getting struck becoming it. That is cool. I like that. This is a good set of perks. All 3 of these I could see being usable. And it's a new exhaustion perk that I could see people actually wanting to use. And then all 3 of the ladies' perks are good. I might have to, you know what? I'm going to go farm up some BP so I can get both him and the lady to level 10 so I can use their perks. I might show a game or two of my experience. I'm going to do my anti-totem build on Leon here. And see how well that works dealing with Hex Pentimento. Oh! They added this at the bottom too, so you can like go through the pages a little more quickly. That's good. That's actually really good. That's a nice little quality of life change. So we go Counterforce, small game I think is probably on this page. Yep. We can do Detective's Hunch, which I believe is on page 2. And then we'll do Decisive Strike, which is also on page 2. And then we'll bring an iridescent map with a map addendum and retardant jelly. And that's what we're going to go for here. That was the most wholesome pre-game chat I have ever seen. Alright, we are at Mother's Dwelling Red Forest. We are not in the new map. Alright, I am going to go do my job and hunt for totems. And it sounds like we are working against the artist. There it is. We're gonna go ahead and start collecting totems here. Oh, I saw that crow. Oh, wow. That crow goes through everything. Alright, that's another totem I'm cleansing. Alright, I'm gonna go for that one, and then we'll go for that one. Oh, I see where all the totems are now. Oh, two generators are done already. Oh, wow. I don't know if this person is using Hex Pentimento, but all totems are done. So if they are using Hex Pentimento, well, I don't think it's working out for them. I think the crows only go, straight horizontally. I don't think they can be aimed up or down. Is that what you want? Why is that blocked? Why is that blocked? Why is that blocked? I thought that was at five totems. How is this a hex if I can't cleanse it? She literally just ran around and put all the totems back up. What is this? This feels like cheating. That's such bull. So you're telling me that what I did was actually harmful to the group? Well, that was kind of scary, and I see how that power works. I think her... That was terrifying. Wow, okay. So that was Hex Pentimento in action. We all still got out, but man, that felt like a cheeky slap to the face. I did 4 of the 5 totems. Someone got the 5th one. And then they all just went right back up. And we couldn't do anything about it. That feels cheap. Anyway. We got enough points to put into our crow lady. Let's see. Maybe not. She's got that hip walk. Look at them hips. They don't lie. Well, that's what her Moria looks like. She had Devour Hope out, and I couldn't get to it. I would like to play on the new map, please. Oh, there we go. Spoken into existence. Eerie of Crows, Forsaken Boneyard. Where the hell are we? I have not found any totems yet. This map looks like it would be very promising, though. There's one. Just gotta get the action started. Why does this map feel small? Yep, as I suspected, she put that one back up. Well, that sucked for me. Thank you, Bill. Your efforts are greatly appreciated. I got caught on the edge of the window. This is not going well at all. I haven't even really gotten to look at this new map. I need healing. I need healing. Bill, please. Where did that happen? Over there. Oh, this looks like a fun and interesting map. Let's see if I can get this. Lady, leave me alone. I tell you what, the stacks to counterforce get ridiculous. How do I get into the basement? It's clearly in this building. There we go. Oh, the basement actually is in very stark contrast to the rest of this. Over there. I do not feel good. I spent a lot of time just redoing and redoing totems. Certainly gives a build like mine a lot more life, but... So that's the new map. And that's Counterforce on steroids. Alright, so we finally got enough blood points to get the artist here to level 15. And we're going to be using that to equip her with each of her unique perks. I got them all to level 2. As well as Hex Devourer Hope. Because that one game against that other artist, her Devourer Hope seemed to work really well. And honestly, I'm hoping that I'll be able to see that Mori from her perspective. So let's get going. She's really tall, and I almost feel like they gave us a very tall, attractive woman because they saw that people having a desire for Lady Dimitrescu in Dead by Daylight. They wanted a nice, tall, attractive woman in the game, and so they're like, whoa, we can't get you Lady Dimitrescu, but we got Lady Dimitrescu at home. Hey now. I take offense to that name because my mouse 2 doesn't work half the time. I see 3 flashlights. I feel like I might be having a problem. Disturbed ward. Oh, that's an interesting animation. Alright. That totem's pretty exposed. Okay, so that didn't work how I thought it would. Oh, and that's a Scourge hook. Birds of Torment. Yes, yes, yes. I'm not going to have time to get her over to that hook, so we're just going to have to do our best. Alright, well then. Hey, David. And we're gonna go over here, throw him on this hook. Hey, so that's good intel. We're going to the basement with you. Or not. Her power is very interesting. But if people don't cleanse totems, Hex Pentimento doesn't do much, does it? Oh. Let's break this. That's one dead. Blood. No, Meg. No, Meg. And she's got decisive strike. Yep. Oh well. Well, I didn't play very well, but it was an interesting power. It was good to see at least some of her perks in action. And wholesome post-game chat. I love it. Now we need to finish leveling this guy up, so we can use him fully leveled. Well, we've got him to a level at least where we can use his 3 unique perks, so that's what we're going to roll with. And let's see what sort of match we get. Eerie of Crows for Sickened Boneyard. Alright, we're here again. I've got his full build. I start with 1 token. Alright. Well, that caught 3 of us out of position. I haven't found a place to put my boom yet. Alright, let's hide for a second. Take a breather. I forgot that I brought a med kit, I'm gonna be honest. I'm just gonna heal myself then. She set up crows. Okay, I'm here. I'm here. Get in the circle of healing. I'm trying to heal you, lady. Can you stop running? And now she snuffed it. I'm trying to heal you. Let me heal you. What? Self-care? You should have just let me heal you! You were that desperate to use your decisive strike. Is there a generator up here? No? It's down here. Okay. I've yet to be able to put up my own totem. Yes! Give me another token. Alright. She doesn't see me. I'm trying to get generators done. Well, the exhaustion perk isn't bad, though. I gotta say. his perk combined with Technician, I think, is a great way to ensure that no one misses a skill check. Look at the floating books. There's a lot of really nice detail to this place, I gotta say. That's the first generator done. That's 4 tokens. Because I've not gotten the opportunity to use it. What is the Dwight doing? Alright, I need to heal, and then I need to go back for him. I'm coming for you, Jake. Hang in there, bud. Interesting Jake. We need to get you healthy. Use up the last of my med kit. Okay, well. This match isn't going according to plan. Oh wait, that's a spot I can bless. Let's do it. After I bless this, I'm gonna go get the Dwight. What? Wing clipper? What? What was that? How did I go down like that? What perk is she using that I went down instantly like that? Surge, huh? Oh! Interesting add-on. Oh, interesting. Interesting. I don't think I should have been able to land on that. Oh, this is bad for me. Well then. Maybe I can loot another med kit. It's up to me and this Dwight. We're working really hard. Yes! Oh, purple one! You don't say! That's a lot of charges. I'm very happy about that. Oh. It's actually a really strong window. 5 stacks of this perk. Haven't been able to use it, but it's there. Hang in there, Dwight. That central building actually has some great looping potential and some really great options for balanced landing. But at the same time, it's very open, so ranged killers like Trickster, Huntress, Deathslinger can get a lot of value out of that central building too. Where'd he go down? I don't even see him. He's way over there. She definitely saw me. Speed boost! It's just me and her now. Need to try to find Hatch. Oh, I don't believe I see any, What a weird bit of, Okay, whatever. Alright, so I think I'm ready to give my first impressions now that I've actually gotten the chance to play with the survivor using all his perks and the killer using all of her perks. Their perks seem like they're very niche for the most part. Overcome seems like it will actually be a pretty good exhaustion perk. His boon and corrective action, they seem like that for their specific tasks, they do the job pretty well. Corrective action seems like it'll be a great partner to technician. So that way your skill checks don't cause explosions and their skill checks don't cause explosions. All in all, not bad. I could actually see if an entire team of survivors is using corrective action and detective's hunch, or not detective's hunch, but stakeout, you could have it where it's like, no matter what you do, if you're working on a generator with another survivor, no matter what you do, you're getting great skill checks. Because corrective action is like, oh no, I missed the skill check. Well, I have corrective action. So your missed skill check's turning into a good skill check. I'm like, well, my stakeout says my good skill check turns into a great skill check. So now my corrective action has a token. Oh no, you missed a skill check? Here, corrective action. Well, your corrective action and my stakeout says I have a great skill check. So now I have another corrective action token. That's something I would really like to try. 2 survivors with corrective action and stakeout working together on a generator. I think that would be interesting. But yeah, his perks are mostly niche. I do think that this is actually a pretty decent exhaustion perk. We haven't had a good one in a while. I feel like Overcome's pretty decent. When we're looking at her perks and at her power in general, I feel like her power is actually pretty good. It's primarily intel. It's primarily an intel perk. But I like that to shoo off the birds. You can't do anything else. You can't vault. You can't heal. You can't do anything else. You can only repel the birds. And then she's got add-ons that can make that good for her. And if you don't repel the birds and she hits you again, you take damage. Or if you're too close at the time that she uses her ability, you take damage. So I think that's actually pretty good. Her power is pretty decent, but it's got ways to play around it. It's pretty fair, I think. Her power is strong but fair. Her perks. Grim Embrace. It's a fun thing. I'm not sure how feasible it is. I didn't get to really see it shine in the game that I played because I didn't get to really hook everyone, at least not till like the post game, basically, till all the generators were done. Scourge Hook Pain Resonance, I like. I like that one a lot, actually. I do, because it allows you to regress generators and do, imagine this with Surge. So you surge a generator. It's not called Surge now. I don't know what it's called now, but it used to be called Surge. You surge a generator, you pick the person up, you hook them on a Scourge Hook. Oh, the generator with the most progress explodes. Okay. I like this one. I like this Scourge Hook. It's a good Scourge Hook. It's a regression Scourge Hook. And we needed more Scourge Hooks. We only had one. So this is good. I like this. And I like this. Just not sure how usable this is. Or if the slowdown on it. I think at grade 3, it's probably 30 seconds. I'm not sure how feasible that is. This, I could see actually being really, really, really strong. But... and I'm pretty sure this is also at 30% when it's at grade 3. But it also is reliant on survivors actually doing totems. Now, if a survivor has a totem build or a totem challenge, they could potentially set you up for this. But this perk is very niche. But at the same time, I feel like it's really strong. And it seems like it's part of this new designed philosophy behind Hex perks, where the Hex isn't lit until it does something. Like the totems the rekindled totems are the lit totems. You can't prevent Hex Pentimento from ever rekindling a totem. It's going to rekindle a totem. At least one. Before it's broken. And then it can be rekindled on any other totem. Basically, you cannot stop Hex Pentimento from doing something. Short of just not doing totems at all. Just kind of like how, what was it? Hex plaything is the same way, and that totems don't light up until... I do like this new direction for Hex totems, actually, because it means that the totem gets to do something before it's cleansed. The totem doesn't even light up until the Hex does something. And I like that. That's a good approach to it. And it gives survivors more of an incentive. It's like, it doesn't even matter if the totem's glowing or not. There's still an incentive to get it done. Because you don't know what the killer might do to make that totem glow in the future. That said, Pentimento has the whole, do totems, now they're glowing. So, gotta pay a lot of attention. But again, Counterforce, I think, is gonna be really strong against Hex Pentimento. I think it is. But that's my first look. I am actually pretty pleased with this DLC. This is the first, I'm not gonna say it's the first, but I'm gonna say this. I'm pleased with it. I like this. She's a fun killer. She's honestly a very attractive killer. I'm sorry, I read her backstory. She had her hands cut off. That's why her arms look like this. And she had her tongue cut out because she was an artist and a poet. And she spoke out against the government. And they hunted her down and they did that to her. So I have a lot of sympathy for her because I too am an artist. I'm not that kind of artist. I'm not a political artist. But I have a lot of sympathy for her. There's a lot of tragic killers in this game. I like her. I haven't really read into the survivor much. I saw that he worked for the CIA. He might have been betrayed. He was very well intentioned. I think that him and her have very similar backstories, dealing with government corruption and trying to be good people. But yeah, that's my first impressions. I like it. I like it. And I like the new map. I like it a lot. And people have been real friendly in this PTB. Really friendly. But that's it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. I am going to be streaming Dead by Daylight tomorrow. I didn't stream it yesterday, even though I was supposed to, because there's been this whole thing with IP leaks as a result of the PTB. It's been exposed that there's a lot of IP leaks and a lot of attacks on streamers. So it had me very concerned for my safety, so I didn't stream yesterday. But I'm getting a VPN that should keep me safe, so I will be streaming Dead by Daylight tomorrow. So hope to see you guys there. And until next time, everyone, I am Pogiforce, and you guys stay awesome. I'll catch you later.